I am a first-time mom to now a 13-month-old named Grady. I am married and I live in Nashville, Tennessee, and I do all things motherhood. I also do some beauty stuff around here and just everything under the sun when it comes to lifestyle and motherhood. Today I wanted to show y'all Grady's nursery 1 year later. So when I was pregnant, I watched a lot of these videos and I thought I always wanted to know how these people use their nurseries. I have friends who have nurseries and didn't even use them the first year of their baby's life. We did. On like day 2, he was in this room napping, and then between 6 and 8 weeks we transitioned him overnight into his crib, and our room was right across the hall, so that was a little bit easier for us to make that transition. And just wanted to preface that he does use this room every day for the past 13 months now. And also a lot of the products are from Crate&Kids, but we actually got a lot on discount because tip here is that, and I'll show you the items that this happened with. Depending if you have a Crate&Barrel in your area, a lot of the time they do have a small clearance section, and it is like floor models. So we got some items for a fraction of the cost because they had them on clearance. We were eyeing them, and we were constantly going to the mall because like I was pregnant during 2020, and that was one of the safest things I could do because everyone at this mall particularly wore a mask, and I just wanted to get out and like walk some, and like we had to get stuff for Grady, and so it was just like what we did when I was pregnant is go to the mall. So we're going to the mall all the time, and we noticed that they were adding things to clearance, and then one day we went and they had a lot of things that we were eyeing on clearance because they were the floor models and super discounted. So that's a tip there. So I'm now going to go ahead and get started, and I will walk you through the room, and I will link everything down below. So when you first walk in, you're going to see this beautiful chair that I'm sitting in. So backstory with this chair, I actually found this chair on Facebook Marketplace, and when I first came across it, it was pretty well priced, and the person that was selling it looked kind of familiar. So if you follow Happily Gray on Instagram, this is actually her chair, and it was just her husband was selling it on Facebook Marketplace for a really decent price, and I was able to snag this because I was able to get this on Facebook Marketplace for $600, which is literally the price of the ottoman alone for both items. So I thought that was a steal, and it kind of has a fun story because it was Happily Gray's chair and ottoman for her first kid's nursery. So that was nice of them to make it where it was affordable for us, you know what I'm saying. So over here is a little side table that we got from Home Goods, I believe. That was really inexpensive. This is one of the last things we added in the room, just to have a nightstand, to have our phone here, or have, you know, a drink here when you're breastfeeding. You're always needing water. And then we have the hatch, which is definitely in my top 10 baby products. So I will talk about things I have in the room outside of like the home decor if you are wanting to know what I use in our nursery as well. So the hatch is, I love it. It's definitely a huge part of Grady's sleep foundation. He knows exactly what it means when this is on now that he's 13 months because we've used it since he came home from the hospital, and he knows it's nap time when this thing is on, nighttime sleep when this thing is on, and you control it from your phone, which is always nice, especially if you're like a millennial like me and my husband. We love tech stuff. So up here are some bookcases or bookshelves that we got from Target. I thought about getting ones from Crate&Kids that a lot of people have that were going to be acrylic, but we found these for a fraction of the cost, and I think the white actually looks better in here just because of the white doors and the white frames or whatever, the boarding, I cannot even think of that name, mom brain. And we have some books up here that are really special to Grady that I'll read sometimes, but if you have a toddler, you know, paper books are just not the way to go. Definitely get your hard books because they will rip out pages, at least if they're anything like Grady. And then if you look up here too, my friend's mom is also a really big Harry Potter fan, so there's little hints of Harry Potter in this room. And she hand stitched a Hedwig, a sorting hat, a snitch, goodness, and a Gryffindor scarf, and I thought it was really sweet, and it adds little touches to his room that make it a little bit more personal, and I'm a Harry Potter nerd, so I love it. I thought about doing a Harry Potter themed 100%, but I think I tastefully did some Harry Potter in this room. So going now this way, this is one of the items at Crate&Kids that we got for really cheap as a floor model. We were able to get this for a fraction of the cost. I think this lamp, like I said, I'm guessing prices just from like my memory, but you'll know the prices down below. I think this lamp is almost $200, and it's a touch lamp, as you can see right here, which is nice when you're sitting here, not so nice when it randomly turns on in the middle of the night and wakes up your baby, which this has done a lot, so I'm starting to unplug it. But this is, I thought was really pretty because I love this sage green. That's kind of like the theme in his room, the sage green color, and I got this for 30 bucks on clearance. So I know that's kind of like a one-off situation, but definitely look into like clearance or like bargain hunts or places like that that will carry brand new items for cheap from like Target and all those places. So the blinds, I mean the curtains were a whole thing. My husband and I do not like curtains. We said once we move into our new house, we are hiring someone to install the curtains because curtains suck. I actually had different curtains in here from Target that just didn't flow. They were too short, they weren't blackout enough. These are from Bed Bath & Beyond, and they're a little bit more pricier than I normally would spend on curtains. I think they were $50 per panel, so $100 together, but it was worth it. They're the best blackout curtains that I have had. We actually put them in our room, but in white because Grady was sleeping in our room, so we wanted to be able to black out our room too, and we keep these. And then the rod is a French curtain rod from Target. I think it just beautifully tied this window into the room because when you first walk in, this is the first thing you see. So we spent a lot of time with the curtains and the curtain rod, and I loved how it turned out. It's like his room is the best room in the house, so another reason why I'm sharing it. I truly love his room and what we did with it. So then down next to me is just this basket from Target. It has all his little toys in it that he plays up here. Next to the basket is the acrylic bookshelf that we also got really inexpensive. I think we paid 50 bucks for it, and it retails for $2.99 at Crate&Kids. Would I pay that? No, because it's a tiny bookshelf, but I got it super cheap, and if it's something that you're wanting to get, I actually really like it. It has wheels. I think he'll have it for a long time. I mean, we read books for a long time, so he'll always have this little bookshelf in his room, so it will grow with him. And then as you can see next to the bookshelf, I have some other toys. The thing next to him is also from Crate&Kids. It is I'm like looking and talking at the same time, but it's also from Crate&Kids, and I got this one from Facebook Marketplace. He actually lived in this cushion seat from like 4 months to 9 months. Like, I used the bathroom, we're just needed him to chill out. He was completely content just pulling on those things, and that I'm pretty sure retails for like between $150 and $180, and I got it for $40 brand new with the tags on Facebook Marketplace. So if you're someone like me who likes nicer things, who doesn't want to pay for it all the time, definitely get Facebook Marketplace, clearance stores, bargain hunts, dirt cheaps, places like that. You will be surprised. If you literally go in there, trust me, you'll find things. Like, I literally have seen stuff at Target the same time that I've seen it at bargain hunt. So it isn't just like last season items. Like this tree, speaking of that, the tree in the corner is an olive branch tree that I saw at Target, and it was at bargain hunt for like 40 bucks, and I should have gotten them all. There was like 4 of them, and they're so well made. It's already like potted in there, so it kind of looks real. So moving on, in the main event of the room is the crib. So this is something that we paid full price for. So this item is at Crate&Kids. It could be maybe at Pottery Barn too, but it might be a Crate&Kids exclusive. I'm not exactly sure until I link it. This item, when my husband and I, Greg, walked into Crate&Kids, we fell in love. I was gonna do like a natural color or maybe even a white. I didn't think I was gonna do like a navy or a green. And this crib, when When I walked in, I was like, this is the crib. Like, we have to get this crib. And so thankfully Greg's mom bought us this crib. And it is a little bit more expensive. I think it's like between $600 and $700. I love it. It's going to transition him into a toddler bed. I think it brings the whole room together. The green is just beautiful. It's really well made. It is made with really great materials. Grady loves it. It's perfect crib. I love it. Cribs are annoying, so build your crib before you're too pregnant so you can help your husband. I think we got this when I was like 28 weeks pregnant, and I built it around 30 weeks pregnant with my husband. If I was any bigger, I would not have been able to help him. And then the mattress, the Newton mattress, is also worth the splurge. Newton mattress is probably in my top 3 baby products because it just really helped my postpartum anxiety, which was centered around sleep. And I've talked about some of my postpartum anxiety issues in other videos, so definitely look for that. I can link it below if you're wanting to learn more about that. And the sleep was definitely one of my triggers. So I actually felt better taking him out of the bassinet and putting him in the crib because I knew this mattress was so safe. Not only is it so safe, and this is like not sponsored at all, this is like my honest opinion, not that it's so safe, it's really easy to clean because every single piece of that is 100% machine washable and it's 100% breathable, which is something that is fantastic. It's worth the splurge. If you're wanting a couple things, you're like, Cici, what is something that I truly need that you think is worth the money? Newton mattress, 100%, especially if you're a first-time mom, because there is a lot of anxieties around sleep, especially the first 6 months. So I really love it. It's been great for us. Love it. As you look above the crib, you're going to see our camera, the Nanit. And this is something that I love, the Nanit. I use this every day. At first, I was a little hesitant to get it because it was only on your phone. And I've had friends say, oh, I just can't have it on my phone. Like, I don't like it on my phone. But you have your phone everywhere. Like, you always have your phone. And you can make it as a background noise too on your phone. So if you're wanting to be on another app, you can still hear your kid. As your kid gets older, like, at least for me, I don't check it all the time. I only check it, like, it will definitely notify me if Grady wakes up. So I don't have it on my phone as much. When he was a newborn, it was easy to just be under my covers and have my phone versus a monitor you like maybe plug up. And then if you do want something else outside of your phone, it is compatible with like an Amazon Echo Show. So we actually have one of those in our room, in our office, and downstairs. So we didn't want to have it on our phone. We could just put it on there and it would show us Grady, which was nice. So that's something that you're like, oh, I want the Nanit, but I really don't want it just only on my phone. That's a good trick too, because it is compatible with an Amazon Echo Show. And the Nanit, I love it. Like I said, I use it every day. It helps me track sleep. I actually pay, like, you get the first year free of like their app of tracking sleep and telling you like how much daytime sleep, how much nighttime sleep, and it will send you like little sleep tips. I actually paid for the second year because it really helps me track his sleep and make sure that he had enough daytime sleep, because as a busy working mom, it's hard for me to be like, okay, when did he go to sleep? When did I pick him up? And like the wake windows, I wouldn't be able to be as efficient if it wasn't for the Nanit. So I really like it. And we got the floor stand by accident. I'm happy we got it by accident because it's a way easier install than the actual wall mount where you have to tape it to your wall. And Grady is trying to pull that down. So it's a little bit harder for him to pull that down versus the tape one where he can pull it off the wall. As you see behind the Nanit is a world map. It's by the brand Gathered. I really like it. It was actually hard to find. I had to buy it through a third-party website called The Tot. I'm pretty sure I could find this. I'm pretty sure it's like a staple item for them. I love it. I didn't want anything too heavy or above the crib, as like I don't want it to be like dangerous for Grady. I'm happy I did it because he's pulling on the camera, so I'm happy that I got that, and it's just a light little. As we move on, you see in the corner, we have this mobile from Crate&Kids. Fun fact, I didn't realize that there were some only for decorative purposes, not for the crib. But I'm happy that I read the box. The first thing it opens is like, this does not go over the crib. So we put it in this corner, and I'm happy it's not over the crib because it's actually a distraction. And if you probably watch any sleeping consultant, they say don't put it over the crib because you want it to be a like boring space for them to fall asleep in. So as you can see, that is what we have. And his little his theme in his room is kind of like forest animals ish. It's just kind of like a gender neutral Harry Potter forest animals map green room. Like that's kind of the theme, just little touches of little personal touches here and there. So now we're looking at our dresser. So the dresser was really hard for us to find. It was hard for me to find a dresser like under $500 that I liked, and the ones that I did like were like between $700 and $1,000. And I just didn't want to spend that much on a dresser for Grady. I was like, this is nicer than my own dresser, the ones that I was finding for him. But I wanted a specific color. So the dresser, we found it at like a Tennessee wholesale place for like really inexpensive, like $300. We said, sign me up. And we were able to barely fit it in our car to get it here, and it worked out perfectly because some part of it, I don't know, it makes me think of Restoration Hardware a little bit, and that's kind of what I was looking for his dresser. And it's been great, you know. As I pull it, the diapers on one side and just different things here and there. The drawers aren't super organized now. I don't really use them as much, just being honest. When he was a newborn, I definitely put a lot of his clothes in the drawers because they were so tiny, but I mostly just hang his clothes up in the closet now because they're just bigger and it's easier just to hang them. And then I'll put his PJs and pants in the dresser. Then on top of the dresser, we have the changing table. I cannot even think of that name of the changing pad now. For some reason, I cannot think of that name. We love it. I love the color. It was kind of hard to come by. It's really easy to clean. I see other people talk about it and love it. It's definitely something I love. I have little organizers here in my diaper bag. The decor on the wall is really cute. All of it, besides the mirror, is from Crate&Kids. Little frames has pictures of like our honeymoon, which was in the DR. We had like picture of Hogwarts, picture of New York City that we love. And then this next frame has our baby shower invitation. There's from Amazon that we just had a different place in our house, and we didn't want anything too heavy again over the changing table because Grady's already grabbing all this, and even the picture frames are annoying. So there's my little 2 cents. And we love it. We put so much time and effort into it. I hope this helps maybe a year later to get some insight of a nursery tour. And if you don't, please follow me, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, subscribe, hit the button, do all of it below. And I post weekly and a lot of little different content here and there. So I'll see y'all later.